Hello. How's it going? How y'all doing? You all ready for a great time tonight? I'm looking forward to this. I'm not. I'm very scared. I'm very scared. Please send help. Send help. How's it going? It's detective. Yeah, no, it's detective time. We're gonna have a great time, and we're not gonna get scared at all. It's gonna be only great times, only good and happy fun times. Yay! Yippee yay! Great times. I'm so worried about tonight because as long as there isn't a gym. Well, see, that's the fun part, Nomathan. That's the fun part about this. Um, we're going into the hospital tonight. According to Dustin, sweet precious Dustin, the evil man who put us into this nightmare. Um, according to him, I have. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Hang on. Where are my notes? Where are they? There are my notes. According to Dustin, I have, and I quote, if I can find my stupid page, 5 places left to revisit. Girl, I done made your life better. Oh, look who decided to show up here. How's it going, Dustin? It's actually nice to have you here. So we have 5 places to go back to. However, I can think of some places we probably have to go back to at some point, and apparently I have some clues I are like to solve things that I'm not aware of, but apparently I have the stuff to solve stuff already. However, I kind of just want all the options available for me, and I feel like the one chunk I have not fully explored, and I feel like I haven't seen in a while, unfortunately, is the hospital. Yippee! So we're gonna go to the hospital now. Yay! It's gonna be a good time. I'm not scared. You are. I'm not scared. You are. Yeah, you. You. You know who you are. You're scared. I'm not. You are. Anywho, we're gonna roll our ad break real quick so Twitch is nice to me. But No says I'm scared, but for other reasons. I'm not going to unpack that right now. We'll talk later. I'm going to play our ad, and then we're going to hop right into episode session 4 of the Painscreek killings. I think we're on session 4. I think if I remember correctly, hang on, let me check my files real quick. Yes, we're on number 4 right now. We've done this 4 times already. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Is this what drug addiction's like? You know it's bad for you and it hurts your health, but like you keep going back to it? I don't know. Hi, Doyd. All right, we're gonna play the ad. We'll be right back. Wow. We're gonna go. Hey, see, how's it going? We're about to go into pain. Also, see, unless you've been lurking for the past 3 streams, I apologize for the confusion that this stream is going to be. We are smack dab in the middle of a detective game. That does not really hold your hand. So I'm just going to be saying a bunch of things, and it's going to sound like it's come to me from prophecy. But I promise that we have a train of thought here. I have, how many pages of notes do I have here? Since we started Painscreek, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have 9 pages of notes on this stupid detective game. Yes, you started watching a show in the middle of episode 3, season 2. But you know what? Glad to have you here. You get to follow along in my madness as I walk into a hospital that's definitely not going to have a ghost in it. Well, we did learn good news. I presumed it was a ghost child. I think it's just a ghost adult. But we'll see what happens there. There's a name that keeps popping up. For those who have been at the streams or remember, Dustin, you're not allowed to say anything. There is a name that popped up that I feel like has some significance that I'm just not grasping, and that's Magdalene. It's been mentioned a couple times. I don't know anybody by that name. I think someone, it was like Magdalene something. There was a last name. I gotta go hunt it down. there was a person named Magdalene something, and I remember reading about them later, so I think they might be significant to this whole thing, but I don't know how they would be significant. They're not in the dead person list, are they? Like the biblical figure, yes, that, but that's their first name. It was Magdalene, so instead of like Mary of Magdala, Mary Magdalene, it's Magdalene something is her last name. So that's a bit silly. But her silly name aside, I think she's relevant to this. Oh, hi everyone who has just got back from ads. We're talking. We're the episode of Always Sunny where Charlie has like the cork board and it's got like all the red. That's me right now trying to piece together who the heck is Magdalene. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. We're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm definitely not gonna get scared. You're gonna get scared. So there. Hang on. Where is my buttons? There's my buttons. Here we go. Made in Unity. It's the Magtheridon. I think I had a stroke just reading that. You get bonus points for giving me a stroke, Gnome. I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't like that audio hiccup. That scared me for a moment. All right, so for everyone who hasn't been here since the beginning, quick, extremely brief TLDR. We got called to this town as a reporter? Investigator? Guy with a gun? I don't know. We don't have a gun. I wish we had a gun. A lady named Vivian Roberts died in 1995, and her case was never solved. Now the town has been abandoned years later. I think this is like 2001 or something. Hang on, I have it in my inventory. In 1999. In 1999, the town is basically being auctioned off to like different companies, and the newspaper I'm part of, Hartford Times, wants to effectively, like try to solve the case real quick before the town gets auctioned off. So that's why we're here. Oh no. Wait, what month is it? Wait, we're in 1999. We can still do that. Oh goodness. We can save people. Okay. So we're currently in the Roberts Mansion, but we can explore the entire town of Painscreek, New Jersey, North Lakota, New York. The state is called NL. And I don't know if that's meant to be Newfoundland and Labrador, or if it's meant to be like a fake U.S. state. I don't know. I truly don't. I'm just going with the idea that it's Newfoundland and they call it Newland because Canadians are weird like that. No shade of Canadians, but y'all are different. European time traveler traveling back into November 9th to 1. Listen, why does it have to be a European? Why can't it be a red, white, blue-blooded American trying to save the day? I don't freaking know. Okay, so hospital. That way. Going this way. Also, actually, journal. I want to find Magdalene. Who the heck is Magdalene? I read a thing about Magdalene. It was on like the last page of a book. Bernard. Hang on. Who is Magdalene? I feel like this is a red herring, but at this point, I don't care. I need to figure this out. Does anyone else use the correct day format? Touche. Scott. Oh, Scott has so many things. Magdalene was not part of that whole scuffle. So we did find out that... oh, yeah. Oh, see. You haven't seen the girl yet. Hang on. Let me introduce you to the girl real quick before we move along. Hang on. So we can take pictures in this game. So I went to an old burned down little shack, and I investigated the ruins, found it was like a burnt out house, found pills to try to calm a guy down. I found a demon circle on the ground with the inscription, "She is coming for us," and I walk outside, and I see that. So that was a fun thing to come across, like an hour into playing this game, when a good friend Dustin, who I thought was my friend, was like, "Yeah, you'll love this game. If you love Golden Idol, man, you're gonna love this game." Not warning me that it's a horror game. So yeah, that was a fun thing that I got to experience. That happened to me. A man did that to me, and I was forced to suffer. Nope, I'm probably not going to figure out who Magdalene is. In his defense, Teehee. No, no. No Teehee. He doesn't get that. Probably not going to get Magdalene out of this. Charles has insane handwriting. Okay, so it's not in a diary. I probably read it in a diary, but... There's no Magdalene here, is there? Okay, Mary Martinez. There might be something in here I'm just glossing over. Nah. Oh well, I'll come back. I'll figure it out later. While I still have some motivation in me and some semblance of bravery, I guess I'm gonna go to the hospital. Yay! Let's go, hospital! I'm not looking forward to this. Just as the founding fathers intended. What, to beat up a ghost girl? Honestly, kind of based of them. So yeah, we discovered this last time. There's like a broken, like, balcony here. And then there's that. Alright, let's have fun here. Hooray! Wait, don't I have a map of this place? Hospital, yes, first floor. 8. Okay, cool. So what's on the first floor? Cafeteria, blah, blah, blah. We have an elevator, stairs. 12 is patient room. Hey, Golden, how's it going, man? You're just in time to see me probably cry like a little girl. Oh, wait a second. This is new stuff. Space occupancy. Wanda Tyler, that tracks. Teresa M, Jane M, no idea who those are. Trisha Roberts was in room 203. Sharon B was in 204. Then Harold M was in 206. I guess I'm going to take a picture of that. Gotta make the most of the real estate here. If Father Matthew forgets his key, place it in the flower pot next to the church. Oh yeah, that's right. They had another through line to get into the church. Just in case you missed it. Okay, what items do I have on me? Literally nothing of value but a Slim Jim. Let's go. Okay, so... I guess we're just gonna explore and have a great time. Oh, that's right, we did unlock this. This is great. Anything good in here? Oh my word, are you kidding me? Are you... Oh, there's so many medical documents. Raymond Brown. Wanda Tyler. Okay, we know her. We know Wanda Tyler. Prescriber information, Henry Johnson. He was the bad guy. He was the evil man who was embezzling a couple $100,000. Okay, I will take a picture of those in a moment. I just want to see if there's anything more of value. Kyle Thornton, Marlon Fox, Rebecca Hunter, James Cumley, Bonnie Ramsey, Andrew Reed, Jason Gomez. You, sir, are important. Yeah, let's take a picture of the important people. None of these are important that I know of. I will get them later. Raymond Brown, Wanda Tyler, just in case. Reed, Wanda Tyler, Raymond Brown, Kyle Thornton, Bonnie Ramsey, Andrew Reed. Ooh, purpose of this forum is to provide the patient the necessary information they need to give their employer to help the employer make decisions about accommodating the patient. Let's see. Physician's name and address. I saw Kyle Thornton. Oh, this is a work slip. Okay. Let's see. Restrictions. Permanence. My examination of the patient, my assessment of the findings, and health information. I provided this form to the patient named... Okay, cool. Who is that? That's Kyle Thornton. Kyle Thornton's probably important. Do I know who Kyle Thornton is? Is he dead? Is he on the dead person list? We have a dead person list, by the way, for those who weren't privy to it last time. We have a dead person list because we have a list of everyone in the... well, not everyone. Everyone we could get to in the... graveyard? Cemetery? Cemetery is attached church, if I'm not mistaken. The whole whole country dead. That's fair. Okay, we'll come back to that if we feel like we are missing any information. Catherine, no, I found her missing pin. I placed it in one of the drawers of the lobby. So why is that important? They wouldn't just do that for world building, right? Just be like, oh yeah, that pin you saw, that's Catherine's. Anywho, carry on. There's got to be a purpose to that, right? Let's go look at her pin again. This is Catherine's pin. Ex nihilo nihilifit. What does that mean? I know ex nihilo means out of nothing. So out of nothing, nothing somethings. I wonder if Google Translate is smart enough to automatically detect Latin, or if it's going to think it's one of the Latin-based languages. Ex nihilo nihilfit. Nothing comes from nothing. Interesting. 1964. So I wonder if Catherine has a locker. A locker that has like a code on it, and that's 1964. Also, Golden, you'll be happy to know, I immediately, when I read Catherine, I immediately thought of Kathleen. Kathleen. All right. We do remember this room. This was... what room is this? 207. Double room. I don't think we explored... No, we did explore this room. We did explore some stuff here, didn't we? I can't open a bathroom. That's kind of ominous. Yeah, downstairs. Off we go. Where's the nurse's station? Kathleen? Catherine? Catherine? Hang on, where's the pin? I took a picture of the pin. 1964, I think it said. Yes. 1, 9, 6, 4. Yay! Okay, that worked. I'll be honest, I'm kind of shocked that worked. Okay. May 19th, 1999. Norma Jefferson was admitted to the PCH at 10:24 a.m. Her son found her on the side of the bed, immediately called us. Yo, we got 2 bots back to back? That is more data for me to read for my program. Thank you, buddy. Oh, you don't realize how much you're hurting yourself right now. For those who are not aware, I'm building a program that based off of the same input, because all of these use the exact same input, followed by, and they are catching on to this. They are using they basically, what they say is cheat viewers. They give the URL, but they put a space in the URL, because if you don't put a space there, it counts as an actual URL. And Twitch goes, no, 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 don't you do that? Do not do that. And so that's how they get around that. However, additionally to that, they also have more recently been putting non-English characters and warped English characters into their messages, so that way just scrapers or whatever is just analyzing the text can't go, wait a second, I've seen that 500 times today. You're the guy who sells viewers to people. Well, I'm building one that's going to get around that. I can get muted by using funny regex match. That's absolutely correct. I'm leaving that intentional. I am not adding a whitelist for people. If someone decides to message that in chat, you know what? That's on them. They got to put in a ban repeal. Anywho, Norma Jefferson was admitted. Son found her on the side of the bed and immediately called us. We tried to reach Dr. Johnson, but we were not able. After the third try, we gave up and called Dr. Schneider, who was not supposed to be on duty. It's the third time that we failed to reach Johnson. He's been unreachable this many times before. He's never been this unreachable. I wonder if after he died. Wait, this is May 19th, 1993. No, Johnson was alive at the time of Sophia's death, right? Hang on. If I go to my journal, newspaper, Henry Johnson's death. This was in 95. Let's see. Dr. Johnson last checked in at 95. Okay, so Johnson was just doing something else. This was well before he died. Okay. June 4th of 93. Susan has been sick 3 days in a row, with Catherine calling in sick at the last moment. Tonight's staff will be extremely short-handed. I have agreed to do double shifts this weekend. With Catherine calling in sick. Wait. This is Catherine's locker. Does just the... I'm not a nurse. Fun fact. I don't know if you knew that. I'm not a nurse. So I don't know. Does like the active... Is there like a head nurse for like a shift? And then like she keeps a log. So like this is just the nurse's log. But she got to show like, oh, I can't believe she had to call out. June 20th of 93. Is unfortunate that 8-year-old Timothy Scott drowned. Oh, they did find him. Oh no. There was wanted posters. Have you seen this drowned child? Good, he's wanted for grand larceny. Is that he was trying to retrieve his toy and lost his grip. He was alone while everyone else was playing in the playground. His body was found 3 hours later in the river near the hunting cabin. Well, I know where that was. I wonder if we're gonna have to go to that, because I know where the riverbank is, where he was probably found. I wonder if we're gonna have to go there and like find an item he was looking for, or like find his toy that he lost. I was at the end of the hallway when I saw a young lady standing outside Dr. Johnson's office. It was 11:15, and the visitor knows. The visiting hours were over. I called out to her. She turned to me and promptly walked away. Couldn't exactly be sure, but I thought she looked drenched. I looked out the window. It wasn't raining. Oh no. That's not fine. Is that the ghosty girl? Why did the music go away? Hey, music, can you come back, please? You wanna come back? Please? You don't have to do this to me. There we go. I'll take that like Amnesia: The Dark Descent music over, nothing. Oh, okay, so they have codes too. I'll leave that open so I know it's unlocked. Wait, can that be unlocked? Oh, that can be unlocked. Yeah, this is the guy. Wait, hang on a second. I know it's so late, but I'm currently in the ceiling at the moment, so my responses are delayed. Let's see. You're currently in the ceiling. Oh, I got you. I understand. Joshua Taylor, is that the one who drowned? Timothy Scott. No, there's just multiple deaths going on here. Huh. Okay. So I guess there's a ghost lady haunting the hospital. Ooh. Ooh. What's this? Henry Johnson. Yeah, okay, but there's just a key card for the head honcho? What? Yes. Yeah, don't mind if I yes. Now you and I both know that that wasn't cool. That was extremely uncalled for. And I'm disappointed in you. Did my heart stop? You know that anyone who's played a lot of horror games will probably be familiar with getting this more regularly. But when your entire, like, spine gets a chill, like it feels like cold as ice for a moment. Yeah. That was that. Thanks. I'm so glad that happened to me. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for you, Dustin, and what you've done. You did say this would happen. You did warn me. Office. First floor. 10. No, that's second floor. 2. Doctor's office. You know what? We're just going to ignore that whole thing that just happened. Power's off. Oh, great. We have to go find the power. Okay, sure. Why not? We were so close to getting in, and it's like, hee, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so, where is the power? Plot twist. No, it's just mean. Electrical control room. 4. So, where's the stairs? Stairs A, 2. So you go down here. Electrical control room's there. I don't think I can get into the basement yet, though. I don't think I have the necessary tools to get in there. Wait. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if the power's off, why is there still light in here? Fun fact, the sun is bright. Can I just open this now? Nope. I don't have the key. Door's bolted from behind. There's some stuff to find in this place of death, so you'll be fine. Oh, great. Thanks. Elevator. Electrical room. Mortuary. Oh, goody. Oh, great. That's just what I want. Okay. So, problem we're faced with. It seems there are only one set of steps down into the basement. Steps A. Conveniently, Steps A is bolted from behind. So I can't just unlock. Worth a shot. Anywho, so, that's bolted from behind. So, unless I get a specialized tool to unlatch that, that's off the table. There's also an elevator that goes down there, but conveniently, power's out, so that's not going to work unless there's like a ladder I can jump down. And then option 3, nothing. Actually, there is an option. What is that? How is it bolted from behind? I don't know. Dead person? Okay, so let's assume that that's blocked off. That leads to about there. That means about here. Maybe there's a way down? I feel like being outside the hospital while I contemplate my thoughts. No, just feeling a bit safer out here. Okay. So how are we going to get down there? We don't really have a good way down because the door's locked. So you know what? I'm just going to say there's an item that spawned after the evil occurred that will let us jimmy it. I don't know. I know there's tools that can let you unlatch a door. Well, unless it's latched from behind, maybe I can just push it out or like use like a little broomstick and just push it up like a cartoon. It'll be a great time. Can you guys tell I'm having a great time? I'm having a wonderful time. This is great. This is a good time. I'm having fun. I almost want to play Pikachu music to get me through this, but I don't trust YouTube to not mute my VOD. Okay. Elevator, electrical room, mortuary stairs A. You know what? Time to just cry, I guess. Well, in we go. I can't wait to get scared by something else in this building. Well, where would the key be? I was gonna say where would the key be, but like that's not gonna matter, because Dr. Johnson's card door cook hand was just found on a bench, so like that don't matter unless a door has magically opened, because Ghost Girl's like, you know what? I don't think he's such a bad guy. Here, let me help him out. I think I'm just... I don't know. Okay, what rooms are there? First floor, cafeteria, doctor's office. Can't do that. Elevator, no. Emergency room is back right, which that's where I found his key. And then there's exam rooms, kitchen, lobby, medical records, nurse room, operation room. Really? That's right there. I could try to go to the operation room. Patient room. Break room. Rest room. Let's go check it out. I probably can't go in here, can I? Correct! Okay, what's now? Maybe sample the grounds? See if there be any goods on this property? If I look up there and I just see like a girl in like a window, I think I'm just done with this game. I think I'm just done with it, you know? There's a lot of... You know what? I have so little to go off of, and I have no idea where to start. I'm just going to do something boring. I'm just going to go read all the medical records. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go read all the medical records. There we go. Power's off. No kidding. All right. Medical records. Wait, that was on 225, 82, 8-3 of 82. Okay, so chronological 10-16 of 87. Oh, are they all out of order? 92. Weird. Okay. 82. Well, okay, hang on. Maybe they're next to each other. 82, 82, 92. What? Okay, fine. So Raymond Brown is in for heart disease. Patient needs to be monitored daily. He relies heavily on his medication. Without appropriate care, he would die. Could die. Okay. He has an address on here. Raymond Brown. There's his drug prior author request form. Primary Aceway Insurance. Apixaban. New therapy. Frequency once a day. Jeff Schneider is the prescriber. Office contact person Cheryl. Henry Johnson prescribed Wanda Tyler. Well, yeah. What did he prescribe her? Oh, she has cancer. Yeah. Family physician. Patient is aware of this report. Okay. Kyle Thornton has had a stroke. Family physician. Patient's aware. Jeff Schneider. Marlon Fox. Jeff Schneider. Whoa. Hang on. What? Why are they such different handwritings? This is wildly different handwriting. Whose handwriting is this? Do we have someone else who types like that? Who writes like that? So this looks a lot. Okay, so this is... That's yours. Okay. Maybe this was just filled out by... Maybe this wasn't the prescriber who wrote it. Because, like, Maureen Hamby and Henry Johnson have similar handwritings. So someone wrote those, and this one. Someone wrote that one. This is a different person. Okay. I thought that was someone forging letters for a moment. Oh. Oh, wait. We can see handwritings here. So this is... Henry Johnson is the tiny little writing. So this is Johnson's handwriting? What? Oh, also Andrew has one here. So what's the writing here? What? Why is there writing on here? What is that about? There was even more to this than I realized. Once a day, 2 weeks. Wanda Tyler. Was this like chemo drugs or something? Cytozan, apixaban. Zamistamine. There's something up with that writing. I feel like that's important, and I'll come back to that, but I feel like there's something to that. So if we find Henry Johnson or something Schneider, what was his name? Henry Johnson or Jeff Schneider, like a letter written by. Actually, do I? Do I have one from like written by either of them? Henry Johnson. That's a signature. Signatures don't count. Wonder if I have any of their diaries. Henry Johnson. Schneider. I do not have Schneider. Is Schneider dead? I know Johnson's dead. Henry Johnson's dead. Schneider is not of the people we can see in the graveyard. Cemetery. I don't know. One of the two. I feel like there's more I can do here, but I don't know what that would be. I want to... Hang on a second. View. Kyle Thornton. 533398. Andrew Reed. Why are they writing on those? What? That's a code for something, but for what? I feel like there's more to the hospital, but I just don't know what. Can't really open anything. Elevators aren't working. Go figure. I wonder if we have to come back to the hospital. Andrew Reed, Kyle Thornton. Wanda Tyler. Where does, Kyle Thorne's popped up enough that I feel like I need to go get his address. Let me just go grab that, just in case. Hang on a second. All right. Let's go find his address. Kyle Thornton, where you living? 8 Silver Lake. Are you always living at 8 Silver Lake? Have you always lived there? Silver Lake. Won't say. Not there. So it looks like he always lived at 8 Silver Lake. I guess I can go scope out the house right now, maybe? I don't know what more I could do here. Dustin, do I still have more stuff to do in this building? I mean, obviously in the basement and stuff, but like, is there stuff I can do right now? Hate that hallway. Pretty sure? Alright, I'm gonna trust you on that. Wheelchair. Ball. Is that Cyrillic? So I can't unlock this, so that's just closed. Okay. Oh, more stuff. Nothing of value. That's awful. Is heaven real? I forgot about that. This place was scary to explore with the lights on. Man, I hate this. This is literally the worst. You know what? I'll come back. I will come back. I will be back. Have you been to the roof yet or the emergency room? I've been to the roof. I have not been to the emergency room. Maybe I'll go check around the roof again some more. The emergency room I cannot get into because it is locked. Actually, yes, I have been. So I went to the emergency room, which is this. Family Guy Cutaway Gags one. I grabbed the key card. I went out here, and then spooky lights went off, which was not fun. As for the roof, I did go up there. I saw the balcony section that was broken away, and it's like, it looks like someone could have fallen here. And then I saw the police line at the bottom, which is kind of funny that they left that there. Pretty sure there's more in the emergency room. Okay. I'll give it a whirl. See if I can find anything. Wow, 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 wow. Some notes and or journals. Oh, I forgot that you could open these. Nope, nothing in there. Can't open those. Can't open that. Can't open these. Nope. Looks like that is all in the emergency room. That's it. That's all it's there. Without keys, because I can't open these. And then I think I read everything I can in the nurse's station. I don't really think I can get into anymore unless there's codes that I have but don't acknowledge. Because I know I have numbers written on the documents that had people's medical records, but I don't have any earthly clue as to what those could mean. I know they're a code of some kind. They're used to probably get you into somewhere, but I have no clue as to what they might be for. Goodbye, hospital. Mwah. Solve the clock in the mansion. Can I? Well, if you say I can solve the clock in the mansion, I'll give it a whirl. Watch, there's a jump scare now prepped since I went to the hospital that he's strategically guiding me towards. for a fact you've already read the answer. You'll probably either have to look for your notes or around the mansion again. So I've read the answer. I remember reading a thing that said the study room desk code is the points on the dartboard or whatever, or something to that effect. That's the issue. What dartboard? Oh my gosh, is there a dartboard up in the room up here? No, there's not. There's no dartboard up here. Is there one in the lounge? Maybe. The secret thing in Scott's room. I do have this, but I don't know the code for that. I have so many notes too. As the game goes on, it gets harder and harder to keep track of everything. Okay, so it's probably not any of these. Unless the code is literally like... Unless it's literally like 1975, in which case I'm gonna lose my mind. It's not. The answer to the clock is separate than the dartboard clue. You've already been in the room the dartboard is in. It's mildly hidden. Ooh, okay. I have thoughts then. And you have confirmed it is not the dartboard that is in the inn. No, it wouldn't be the one in the inn, because if it was the one in the inn, you wouldn't call it mildly hidden. Okay. I'm gonna look around town. Dartboard is actually useless, the one in the inn. Well, that's sad, because I wrote down notes for it and everything. I know it was just teaching you how to... It was just for visual, and it was also to teach you how darts works. Because there is actually a note next to it that explains the scoring sheet for darts. So that's useful, because you'll need it later to actually tabulate the score of the dartboard that I am currently looking for. I don't know, guys, we have to go back to the gym. Once you saw the clock puzzle and the dart puzzle, you're going to face palm. Oh, I guarantee you I am. Okay, I thought there was just a code written on the back of this stupid painting. You know what, though? This is silly, but I am glad that I'm in a building that's not that doesn't have all the lights off, you know? What? I need to report Scott to Bernard. His suspicious acts are getting out of hand. Today I saw him peeking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room from the window. He's been told many times now not to do this. I haven't read that one. Oh, oops. Where are you? Hey, a clock. That one says 2:35. Some say 2:35, some say a different time. That's interesting. Do I have to, like, find all the clocks in the building? And depending on their time or whatever, like, figure out maybe how many clocks have that time or something like that? I don't know. Nah, fool. Okay, thank you. We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Maybe in here? Did he hide his precious dartboard in here? We'll find out. I will find his clock. Not his clock, his dartboard. I will find it. And the victory shall be sweet. Oh, what? You know what? Hang on, what is that? What if it's in the garden shed? What if he stored it out there so no one would touch it and he could just go peek in the window for future reference? Maybe. Let's go find out. Also, this looks like a path. It is a path. Understandably, a locked path. Probably a path that Scott has the key to. No dartboard. There's a book and several keys. That's a room key. That's going to get me into that locked room. There's the chess pieces I need to get into the other door, like the other desk. That looks like a room key to the inn. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but nothing I can get into yet. Okay, so not in here. Have I searched the whole house yet? I think I have. Okay, where would be a place important to Robert that would have the dartboard? And a place important to Robert that he would be able to ensure doesn't see much traffic. Or any traffic, if that. Because I can't imagine if this is something he's setting up for himself for later. To be like, this is my board. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And when it is, when you see the code, you'll know. How can he assure that someone's not just going to pick it up and go, yo, you want to play a game of darts? You want to play a game of darts? Let's go play some darts. Meanwhile, screwing up his entire, like, scheme. So it'd have to be well hidden. But where are important places to Charles? You know what? No, I was going to say maybe Stephen Moss's room, but literally that's Stephen Moss's room. It's not going to be there. Does he have it in his office? Think about the where you found the note about the dartboard code. I know there were darts in that room, but I didn't think I saw a dartboard in that house. It was what's his face's house. Not Bernard. This guy. What's his face? Who wrote the note? That's a good point. Who wrote the note? trying to remember. Study. Where was that? Where was that? Where was it? I know the building. I know the building, I think. I can maybe get there if I just walk there. We're gonna walk over there. I think I remember the building by geography rather than, like, the number or who it was. I think it was either Bernard or Derek. I think it was Bernard, though. I have both of their addresses, and I've definitely unlocked both of their houses, so I should be able to check. Alright. Thank you for that clue, Dustin. Let me follow that. Let me see what I can find from that. I want to try to find their houses from here and see what info I can pick up from that. So here's one house. Was this the guy? Yeah, this house. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? That's so rude. So you were wrong, Dustin. I've never seen this dartboard. But this does help. Alright. Anything else in here I might have missed? Subtract the yellow darts points from the red darts total. So now that I have that information, let me go all the way back up. Yellow darts points from the red darts total. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yellow darts points from red darts total. So, hang on. So the points is basically how many you build up, and the total is your score. So that would be yellow darts points from the red darts total. So the yellow dart scored a 2. Scored a 2 plus a 7. So that's a 9. So it has 9 points. Assuming that... Oh, no, my pencil's gone. Assuming that there weren't more darts on there. I'm just going to assume this is right, though. And then subtract that... Hang on. Subtract the yellow darts points from the red darts total. Subtract the yellow darts points from the red darts total. So the total is basically found by... You start with 501. Let's see. When they're thrown their 3 darts, the score is added up. The total is then subtracted from that original 501 to create the final value. Subtracted from that original 501 to find final value. So, red here... Wow, that's a good score. So he scored a double center bullseye and a double 20, it looks like. So the inner bull is 50. 50 plus the double ring, right? No, the triple ring. So 20, 40, 60. That's 60. So that's 110. So 501 minus 110 is 390. Okay. So presumably, unless there's meant to be more darts on there, 390 was the score. No, there's a dart that's fallen on the ground, meaning it maybe fell off when the door got thrown open. And it said that... Let's see, you start with 3 darts. Scoring a double on the last dart will make that player's score 0. That can't be it. Okay, so he must not have scored a 0. Because if he did, then we would be in a negative number, which is not really feasible. The players thrown their 3 darts, the score is added up, the total is then subtracted from that original 501. Hang on a second. Okay, cool. Players must start and finish with a double scoring dart. So yellow's in here. Wow. Oh, wait a second. There's a little divot there. Does that mean they scored a 6? If that's the case... Is there another divot on here? You know what? I think I have all the information I'm going to need for this. Have I mentioned I hate dart puzzles? Alright, let's head on over. Let's just try my original tabulation. If that doesn't work, I will just cry for about 20 minutes and then try something else. See, this is good because this is making me so angry at the darts that the ghost isn't even a thought. The ghost is just in the back of my mind, just like, oh no, it's a ghost. Oh well. Who cares about the ghost? I'm just angry at the darts. Don't forget the clock too. I'll get the clock eventually. Don't tell me that's the time I have to put into that guy up there. What's my code? 390? Nope. That was not it. Oh, wait a second. If that's the case and there's only one on the ground, then that means the red dart's score was slightly different. Specifically, the red dart was the one on the ground, so that must mean that I take the red score plus 6 gives me 116. Take 501 minus 116. That gives me 385. Nope. Darn. Wait, no, that wouldn't do it. That should give me 116. I did the math wrong. Oh, yeah, I did do the math wrong. 501 minus 116 should give me... No, I did do the math right. $385. Did I do the math wrong the first time? I did the math right the first time. What? That would be... Hang on, did I tabulate that right? There's a dead center and then a ring on the 20. Which means dead center is 50. And then the ring... I may have to gather more info on the darts. What? You said I had it. Entering counts as triple the normal score. That's 20, 40, 60. Presumably, let's add that 6. Yep, there's my 6 there. Plus 6. 116 is red. And then yellow is something plus something plus something. I don't know what order they threw them in, though. But someone got... is there a double on there? Wait. Wait. Didn't the rules say you have to go until someone gets a double value? There is a double ring. Oh, shoot. Okay. The players must start and finish with a double scoring dart. What does that mean? Does that mean it just counts as double score, or like you have to hit a double ring? Because if you have to hit a double ring, then no one's done that. So the note said, subtract the yellow dart's points from the red dart's total. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. I am so dumb. Oh my goodness, I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. I am brain dead. Okay, so the red darts scored 116, but that's not their total. Their total is 501 minus 116. Do that math. 385. Subtract the yellow, which is 9 points, from that guy, and that's let's see, let me do that math real quick. That should be 376. Nope. That means I don't know the position of the... what's his face? I don't know the position of that last yellow dart, which is a problem. Do I have to run back over there and look? Off I go. I thought I was just going to be getting scared by a ghost girl in a hospital all day. I didn't think I would literally just be trying to tabulate dart scores for an hour. But here we are, tabulating dart scores for an hour. So that's great. Fortunately, the house is so close. Oh, is that a mark there? Ow. That could be a mark. None of them are as clear as that mark, though. I wonder what would happen if I only... What if I'm overthinking this? I'm assuming that this guy fell out because of the dart on the ground, right? But what if that's just all it was? Oh, is that a mark? $13? What if I just try all those combinations? No, that would be dumb. There's too many little marks for me to assume. Okay, so here's the problem I'm faced with. I know 4 of the 6 dart positions, assuming that all 6 were used. I have no good way of knowing without, like, a picture somewhere. Someone writing notes saying, I won that dart game, haha. There's that blood over there, but I can't open that. Oh, there are tools over at Oliver's house, but I can't get in there yet. Alright, I'm gonna go do the clock puzzle while I wait. While I wait. It's like it's just gonna solve itself while I'm gone. Is that unlockable? Nope, those are just locked. Well, back I go. This is riveting gameplay. Riveting. Riveting. I'm having the greatest of times, the greatest of joys, running back and forth between a random townhouse and a mansion. Those FNAF, like, fluorescent light sounds are quite great whenever I show up here. They make me happy to hear the Freppy Fabbear. Clock puzzle. I'm presuming... No, because that clock is shared elsewhere. Is there a clock that does not share that time? Clock 19. I want you to solve the clock so bad, your mind would be blown. Let's see. I have to look for your notes or around the mansion again. For the clock. Okay, so I'm guessing it's a different time. What would be a significant... It's either a... 11 p.m. Shoot. I already did that. Hang on, I will be right back. Please hold. And we're back. All right. So there's either a, I'm guessing the answer is going to be either a clock with a different time somewhere, or it's going to be a very important time. Where is the clock? It's in the tea room. No. No. Oh, you can navigate with WASD. That's cool. It's in the tea room. It's Vivian's tea room. What's significant about the clock being in Vivian's tea room? That Vivian probably the number or the time is somehow connected to Vivian in some way. Let's see. Maybe it's a date that she was happy about. Let's see, it's her anniversary. Her anniversary was when's June? What is I'm gonna look more, but I'm gonna try that. June is 6. Yeah, 6:30 maybe. It's worth a shot. You got to try everything at this point, you know, right? I'm sorry everyone for the sound, especially audio listeners. Okay, so not their anniversary. Is there a time that pertained to her? There was the 11 p.m. murder of Sophia, which I tried. That didn't work unless I just inputted it wrong. I'm told it must be Andrew that drunk. Let's see. Hang on. Her tea room. When's tea time, maybe? I don't know. Does she drink tea? I know you're legitimately giving me help, but I love the way you're phrasing it. Sounds like it could absolutely just be like you just gaslighting me. Like, yes, what's important about that? The room with wooden furniture. Wooden furniture. Anything significant about the wooden furniture? Asking thought-provoking questions, and you're doing a significantly fantastic job at it. It's getting my brain going and leading me in hopefully the right direction. But I love the way you're phrasing it, because if you really wanted to, you could just be leading me on a wild goose chase. So it's her tea room. Did we have anything concerning? I remember reading a note about Mary going into her tea room and seeing all those bad notes like these, but that isn't super helpful. I remember, let's see, maybe Mary has more information about going in there. Let's see. She has her own tea room. She must drink tea, and it must be important to her. don't know, or it could just be an aristocratic thing that people do to have a tea room. Hang on a second. Oh, this is Dorothy's house. Nope, not this one. So, I guess if tea's important, maybe it's down in the kitchen. Why not? Let's go take a look at that. Maybe there's tea in the kitchen. There's a piece of evidence that has the answer verbatim. Okay, good. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you. Something about her tea. Ooh. Kitchen utensils. So I'm looking for somewhere a piece of evidence that will give me the answer. It's related to her. Don't look at me like that. It's related to her tea, I suppose. No, yes, the laundry room will be where it's at. Apparently we're missing a case of Da Vinci. That case of Da Vinci is interesting. It still hasn't popped back up. Did Charles steal that? Cheese grommets. That'd be good to drink tea outside. You would drink tea outside. Tea time, 3:20 on the dot. Okay, I remember reading that way back in the day, and I'm like, that sounds important. And then, whoop, gone. Completely gone. All right, Dustin, you're gonna get your mind blow moment. You ready? $3.20. Okay, here we go. Dear Vivian, I'm not writing to you as your doctor, but as a friend. I know you had your suspicions about Charles. Now that his affairs are revealed, there's no point beating around the bush. If you want to protect yourself and Trisha, there's only one way. You have to make Sophia and the baby leave Charles. They need to be moved away from Painscreek. You will, of course, have to compensate her for her leaving. As for Charles, he will need to know that having his affair publicly known will destroy his political status. People are not so forgiving when the mayor they trust is involved in such a scandal. I figure that Charles will try to add the child into the family registry. I would do the same if I were him. It's a boy, after all, and the child will be able to continue the family line. If that should happen, I cannot imagine what will happen to you. Okay, so, couple things to parse here. One, we know it's a boy child. We also knew it was a boy child because his name was Vincent. We heard about that. Also, bear trap moment. I have a feeling that Vincent is actually Scott, but we'll come back to that later. This is by Henry Johnson. He seems more of a consult than we originally first thought. Additionally, why would something bad happen to him? Why would something bad happen to her if the child becomes the quote-unquote heir? Oh, gotcha. If he just falls in love with Sophia and wants to be with Sophia, so he breaks up with her. Okay, so Johnson's really trying to be like, hey, if you want to stay the top dog here, you got to make sure that this other lady gets out of the picture. Vivian, I have given careful thought to your request, and here's my answer. I provided a new prescription for your mother-in-law, Magdalene. There's Magdalene. There's the name. So Magdalene is the mother-in-law. Okay. It is 3 times the strength of her usual dosage. Detailed instructions will be sent with the medicine. Should you decide to do it, you will need to administer the medicine carefully so no one suspects anything. Call me if you have any questions. Henry Johnson. P.S. Make sure no one else is in the mansion ingests any of it. Okay. Vivian Roberts. Interesting. So they were trying to kill Charles's mom? First there was a letter basically saying, you need to make the mistress leave. And I'm like, okay. Little brutal, but the whole situation is all messed up. That's not out of line. That tracks. Okay, I can see that. Why did we fast track from, yeah, you should make the mistress leave, to, okay, I got your request. Do you want to kill your husband's mom? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That is very interesting. Okay. So there's that. So let me write that down. So let's see. Doc said to kick Sophia and baby out of town. And Doc gave meds to kill Viv's mother-in-law. And I'm writing it down now. Magdalene. Okay, so we know who Magdalene is now. Wow. There's so many clocks in the mansion that are different times, and I feel like that wasn't a red herring. I feel like that was just an oversight. Alright. So that's done. I don't know what to do about the dartboard. I feel like there's missing information from that. Whether it be a picture or a description of what happened to the dartboard. Oh, that is a rough scissor model. So I don't know the code for this. Oh, medical health. Wait a second. Charles isn't a doctor. Let me try something. Where's the thing we saw numbers on earlier? These guys. View. 533 398 186. Okay, so that's not it. But that's interesting. The doctor might have something to do with this. Because, like, why would a mayor need an exhaustive or an illustrated medical and health encyclopedia? He wouldn't. King, queen, bishop, king. So that's not this. I can't do this here. There's another desk. I am a fool, Dustin. I am a fool. I am a dunce. I should have known that the room with the dartboard, that the man said the desk code is the dartboard, is the thing. Yeah. Yeah. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, that's a no-no. Unless this one has a 2. Good, it doesn't. Where were my original codes I had? I had 376. Let's try that. Okay, let's just try the codes without one falling off. That would be 60, 50, 110. 391 minus 9. 382. No. Okay, so it's definitely for this one. I need more information on the dartboard. Where would I get information on the stupid dartboard? I know there's a dart on the ground. Should I try my combo of, like, here? Okay, which one is that one? That one's the one with 6, right? That's the 116, the 385, then the 385 minus 9 is 376. That was the number I got. That won't it. No, I couldn't wedge myself. Nope, I don't have info there. And Cecilia's apartment code. Do I know a Cecilia? Was she in the hospital records? Oh, wait a second, hang on. Nope, there wasn't a Cecilia. Okay. Coming up on dead ends. I don't feel like I have enough info for the dartboard. That feels like a clue. But I tried that clue and it didn't work. Wait. Players must start and finish with a double scoring dart? Scoring a double on the last dart thrown will make that game's player score 0? Isn't that counterintuitive? Or maybe I just don't understand how darts work. Does that mean that if you start the game or end the game, you can say, I want that dart to be double? Is that what that means? Guys, I'm stupid. Can I just sit down and think about my life? There we go. Let's just sit here and think. Okay. We're sitting in a room, blood on the floor. Got a dartboard. Why could I not be more understanding of darts? You know what? While we're in the area of just checking numbers, let's try 385. No, let's try 116 minus 9. Okay, you know what? That's 107. Let's give that a go. Nope. Guys, I think this is where my brain says, you know what? You're done. That's so mean. Well, I'm at a loss here. And I feel like looking it up would be cheating, so I don't feel like I can do that. I apologize. This is going to be the next however long of the stream, probably. Me just like, how do darts work? Okay, let me try a train of thought here. Oliver left a note somewhere. Let me go look at my notes. I had notes about that, I swear. Nope. These notes look like the deranged scrawlings of a madman. I know what I was looking for. It's not related to anything we've been doing here, but it's important. expect.
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
Dorothy Patterson has a spare key. We know where Dorothy Patterson lives. Wait, I was gonna go check because I have it written down somewhere. But I don't need to because... .40 Black Pine. .40 Black Pine. This is Dorothy's house. Oh, there's some Z clipping there. That's fun. Town needs a Dollar General. You know what? Agreed. Can I go around behind the place? What in the what? I feel like I'm not supposed to be able to go behind her house. I feel like that's meant to be locked for good. Yeah, this is always going to be locked, it looks like. Yeah. So I have to find a key to her house. Nope. Just in case she left it out here. Which she didn't. What do we have on Dorothy? There's so much. I don't know where to go from here. So things we need. What's his face? Scott. In his basement, he has a secret tunnel I can get into, but I need a cross emblem. I can't go anywhere further in. I'll go check the church again. Maybe I missed something in the church. I feel like this is gonna basically be me going around in circles to places I've been already and be like, am I sure I got everything? But am I sure I got everything? Why not? Let's just do it. Yay. I doubt they would leave the cross just out in the open. You missed a lot of me looking around being upset. So I couldn't figure out the darts because I feel like either A, I'm calculating it wrong, or B, I'm missing a clue that tells me the position of the other two darts. One that's in a drawer and one that's on the ground. Because I kind of need that to be able to tabulate the final score. I'm missing a clue. Yes, I don't know where to find that clue, so I'm kind of just roaming right now. I tried to look around. I found I returned the tools back to storage shed. I know where that's at. Did you figure out the clock? I did figure out the clock and the information that Sophia was trying to get driven out of town, and Henry Johnson was the one who initiated that. Additionally, Henry Johnson also was the one who apparently tried to had provided the prescription to kill Vivian's mother-in-law. I don't know why. I don't know why we had such a jump, but yeah, we did, which is crazy. But now I'm kind of at a loss. I'm so glad you have this info. Thank you. But now I'm kind of at a loss, wondering what to do right now. So I'm roaming around, and so my thoughts are, there's like the shed. Did you read about the crazy info about her and the kid, and how what happens if Charles likes her more, what'll happen to Vivian, what's gonna happen in that event, since he should run him out of town along with the baby boy, which I knew was a baby boy because I knew his name was Vincent. I remember reading already. Okay, so I do have the info. Set the cap tonight, cool. So now I'm kind of roaming around because I know of things that I need at some point, like the cross emblem to get into the basement secret tunnel of Scott's. They are huge. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find what I'm looking for here. And I feel like getting into Dorothy's house will be important because it'll give me a hammer or something, probably from the tools. Getting into Dorothy's house will get me the key to Oliver's place, which will get me, hopefully, the keys, the toolbox and shovel that I need for other things. You can find the secret thing in Scott's room. Didn't he say he has like a secret thing? Not a secret. Hang on. There's a secret thing in Scott's room. Are you kidding me? That's so upsetting. That is so upsetting. I have 4 numbers I have to get. Wait, didn't I read a thing about code is Calvin's birthday or something like that? I read something like that somewhere. The 2 other things I can do in the church. Cool. Oh, no, I remember. Hang on. Things to unlock. Cool. Also, what I'm referring to and what I'm thinking of is actually this. Which says code is Calvin's date of birth, which isn't going to help me here. I don't know how to unlock that, so I guess I'm going to look around. I don't think I have the info for everything I need. Some dates marked on the calendar. Oh, that's cool. Chair practice. Choir practice. That might be important. 7/12/22. What is that? Also, great stream of photos, Rich. I give you a million subs. Oh, thank you. You don't have to lie to me. I know I've literally been running around a town rambling mindlessly about, like, the darts, Mason. What do they mean? Oh, that's some fragmenting there. Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous. You're having more fun watching this than you will with the new season of Fallout. You and I both know that's a lie, okay? I believe you're enjoying it, but you and I both know that you're going to enjoy Fallout more. And understandably and rightfully so. I thought that was like a little gargoyle on the end of the bed. It's like, hey, what's up, bro? You want to wake up now? Sorry ready for that to come out. Same. Even if it's literally just an entire show that's meant to pander to my fandom of New Vegas, I don't care, because that's what I want. I hate that. My baby. 1975. Is it when Scott was born? 1975? That's fair. $1975 is crazy. Is it? Oh, 74 is when he was born. Doesn't work. That's fair. Hashtag blood. Let's go. 2417. Don't tell me this works. Okay, if that worked, I was gonna go find Scott, even if he's dead, and I was gonna slap him upside the head. That would be such a dumb password. $85? Nope. I don't know. I truly do not know. I think we might just have to call it there. Since I'm in the house, of course, code is obviously 1614. You know what? Sure. Okay, now imagine if that worked, though. Imagine if that worked. Kevin Holland. He's back. And this time, he's ready to baseball. Grim, just for you. Now, if that worked twice in a row, I would probably hold you in a state of reverence. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get this tonight. I think that's gonna have to do it. I don't know where else to go from here. The flashlight here, that's so weird. Oh, I'm gonna love myself next time for having to spawn into here. That wasn't the key! Anywho, thank you all for watching tonight. This was a lot of fun, and also really scary. Thanks, Dustin. But also, we learned a lot of cool new things. And also, we learned more about the rules and regulations and tabulation of regulation golf. Golf? Darts. Darts. That's the thing. So thank you for learning more about darts with me tonight. If you're interested in learning more about darts, and why wouldn't you be, you can tune in next time to hear me probably rant more about darts. I don't know for certain when the next stream is going to be, but if I had to guess tentatively, it'll probably be Friday, unless something pops up, but we're going to shoot for Friday unless I get taken by something. But thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you all for being super cool. Thank you for some of the hints, Dustin. Thank you all for emotional support. Gnome, Grim, you were wonderful. If C's still lurking, thank you for being a cool. And thank you all for showing up. I will see you all next time.